Hello, hello everybody. It's 7 o'clock on a Monday night, and I'm here for mental mind treatments. Up to 1 minute ago, actually 2 seconds ago, my voice was clear. For some reason, and I still haven't got to the bottom of that, every time I go to work on this, I get a frog in my throat. But that's the way it is. So welcome, welcome. As always, because we just need to get a little more time, I do want to say hi to Marianne. Good evening, Norma, and blessings to all. And just to remind that Marianne works with a Tibetan bowl while I'm doing the mental mind treatments. And that really helps the energy for me and the focusing into what it is that you are wanting and desiring. Alice Judah's Healing Hands. I don't remember you from before, but I'm glad you made it. You said, glad I caught you this time around. The time difference always throws me off. Maybe you want to put in for me what time you're in. What's your time frame? Because I know I'm on the West Coast. So that's Pacific time all the time. In the mornings or in the evenings. Well, this is the only evening one, really. So, yeah. Anyway, Mental, the lovely healing miracle box. I can't even say the difference between box and is this today. Feeling is healing. When I share my feelings honestly and sincerely, what does that say then? I am real. It's interesting that this card came up today because I did a reading for a long time friend and that has readings for years now with me. And we were talking about this because when you're overfeeling, when you're getting upset because things aren't exactly the way you want, that doesn't work very well. And so that's really one of the things to really notice, to make sure you have a balance. And in a lot of my balancing work, the balance between the rational mental side and the emotional feeling side is super important for you to maintain wherever you want to go. So, and the other side says, and I'll show it in a minute, I certainly am a happy person. How could one know God and not be joyous? And that's from the Peace Pilgrim. So here we go there. Look at that. I would agree. When you're at one with your maker, however you perceive that, it's not that you have to see it a certain way or see it always say the way I see it, that my experience has brought me, but sure, it really is. And Alice Judith, has Healing Hands, has said she's from Boston. She's called Judy, from Boston and Eastern Time Zone. Well, you're always welcome on Monday nights because we're here to do the work we can. Now, let me just see. Well, Karen Bunny, bless your heart. You just show up so like my stalwart. That's what you are. Good evening, Norma, and everyone. Blessings. Yes, my dear. And I'll put you on the list because I got a little list started here. Karen B. I'll just explain for Judy. Karen B is because we have several Karens. The original Karen B, and then there's Karen Lee. So we kind of make sure that everyone is differentiated. Please, may I have a treatment for my friend Karen's daughter, Natalie, who needs heart surgery, and on the 28th, February 28th. I guess that's what you mean. She chose numbers 8, 4, and 19 for Natalie. And then Murray, my dear friend, I've been thinking actually, Murray, about, because I am feeling a lot better, interestingly. By the way, I won't be here tomorrow. No, it's not tomorrow. Wednesday morning, because I have to go north for a big scan to make sure that I am totally clear of cancer. And Well, when they call you up for do that, you got to go. So other things have to go. And but I got my fingers crossed that we find the results that we want. But I want, as soon as the weather gets warmer, I want to head over your way because I'm missing traveling. I'm such a travel bug, and I have for 2 years now. I've been stuck. Anyway, wishing all great. Marie says, my numbers are 7, 12, and 19. And thanks for your compassion and insightful readings. Thank you, because without you, where would I be? And Kayla's, I already have up here. Hi, all, sending much love and blessings on this beautiful wolf moon. Wolf moon. Can we howl at it? I wonder. Everybody go out and howl at the moon. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to get started. I had one from our friend Judy, who also is, I think in the middle she lives. I think she moved from the west towards the east. But anyway, we're going to start off with Judy. And she's given me 3 numbers of 13, 17, and 19. She's going through a transition and finding balance so that she can blossom. Blossom meaning moving forward and radiating who she truly is. What she asks for is to maintain mental focus. I've broken it down to that, to maintain mental focus. And what I see here is a lot of this, Judy, is to keep recognizing how you want things to be. So if you want mental focus, accept the mental focus. Don't question because it feels wobbly. You're still adjusting to the change, to the move, to everything being different, and the people that aren't there. You're still also going through, I think, a certain amount of body shock from the surgery you had quite a while ago, but it's still there. So what we're looking here for you is to maintain your goals. Personally, I would suggest this. You write your major goals down, 5 goals, eat well, take a little walk or whatever, and do your spiritual stuff as well. 5 maximum, 3 preferably, 5 maximum, no more. And you do those every day. You do those goals, but these are your daily goals. And whatever they may be, I think that what will help will give you the focus on what you're needing to do. So let's go into treatment for that. Now, for those of you that are not used to mental mind treatments, they're an alternative prayer that I learned many, many, many years ago. And Kayla also on here knows this technique very, very well. Okay. I know there is one power and there is one essence. And I know that as I speak my word for Judy, that the movement, the change, not only of time, but of place in the country, people around, it all feels, you know what it feels like? It feels like it's prickles, like prickling. It's like, it's not comfortable, and it's not comfortable yet. So it's like breathing into the body. It's like allowing the body to come in as you are moving into rebalancing yourself in this new environment. As you rebalance yourself in this new environment, what begins to happen is that 19 I love, you burst into your power again. You burst into the friends, the people, the whatever. Slow but sure needs to be your motto. So that you have, but I still go back to creating a daily focus point, whether it be go for the walk or read the book or whatever. But you need, I think, minimum 3 up to 5, no more than 5, so that you get into the habit of your focus, so that you're able to focus. And it feels really good to me with the numbers and the energy here. It's like, relax. Don't push pressure. I feel a lot of like there's a mental pressure coming in. And I just want to take that away and just let you be and absorb where you've moved to, absorb the changes, and just breathe out when it gets prickly, when it doesn't make sense, when it feels, we always miss what we know. We always miss what is regular, and you're in a new environment. So it's like allowing yourself to have your daily goals and you work to them. And by the way, anybody that has problems with goals, that's it. That's one of the things you can do. Okay, I see my board's coming up. So anyway, who did I miss there? No one. Okay, Kayla. Again, I spoke to Kayla earlier today too. And what we're looking for here is, I came up with, after our conversation, with deep, restful sleep, because then the energy that is wanted will be there. Because I had one of those the other night. I went to sleep and I slept right through the night, which is unusual. And I woke up and felt so good. And guess what? That was the morning I thought it was Sunday, and it was Saturday. And for those of you that watched the Sunday Thought on the Saturday morning, that was why, because I had this wonderful sleep. And I just picked the wrong day. But anyway, many people responded to that. And I thank you. I feel great. There's several comments on that. Okay, now Kayla's numbers are 12, 16, 1, which I chose. Now, first of all, there's an acceptance that needs to go on, and to let go the fear of life not working the way you want. Excuse me, here we go. There's a voice. If you can accept and let go of the fear that's underlying, everything is possible for you. Deep, restful sleeps, creating what you want. I just feel the tension in your body needs to relax. And that's the acceptance. A, you're loved. B, you know what you want. 3, quit demanding more from yourself than you have the energy to give. No ifs, ands, and buts. Begin to put yourself first and not everybody else. So that's 4 things. You accept that aspect and let go of the fear, because there's always something coming in the door that's demanding your attention, your love, and you've got this thing you've got to help, but you want to sleep more. And so it's like everything is possible for you if you let go of the fear and just accept you for you. Okay, treatment time. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know Kayla knows that essence is there. And also I know that when we speak our word into that, knowing that love is there to create within the life what we want, not what we don't want, what we want, then we can relax and sleep restfully and peacefully, knowing that we're, I'm going to use the word, in the hands of God. Whatever God is to you, whatever name you use. I always use love force, my love force every night. Some nights I forget. So it's like, yeah, those are not sleeps are not as good. But anyway, it's like knowing that love is there, that deep, restful sleep. I am at one with the power that is. Nothing else matters. No other person matters. No other circumstances matter. So there's no worry. Everybody is an adult. Everybody knows what they need to take care of. Everybody does. And if they don't, and they're relying on you to solve their problem, figure it out, or you're just worrying because that's part of your nature, breathe and take a different approach. Because I know that you will have deep, restful sleeps when you let go and accept that your life is for you right now. That's what it's all about. Your healing, your awareness, and your growth. I give thanks in the knowing of this, and I give thanks that Kayla has strength to be able to do that. It's called bring it home. People often talk about bringing it home. So it's like bring it home and be at one with it. So I give thanks as I release this, knowing it's true and it's done and all is well. And so it is. Okay, Miss Karen B. Your friend Connie's daughter, Natalie. I think it's the February 28th that she's having it. She chose numbers 8, 4, and 19. Actually, that's pretty good. Natalie, I'm just getting a beat on Natalie for a minute. Heart surgery. A lot of fear around it, but it doesn't show up in the numbers. Doesn't show up in the numbers. Is it 4 maybe? But why am I getting, okay, let me just work this out so I can, my psychic impressions with the numbers usually help really well. So let's go with that. This is about understanding that there is a power, whatever you call it. To me, it's a love force. Some people it's God. Some people it's Allah. Some people they have a name. They just say energy or whatever. Doesn't matter. There's an energy there that loves you, that cares about you, that wants the best for you. And this is also for Natalie. And this is about getting rebalanced in her system. That something in the heart must be off because, well, it has to be for them to do heart surgery, but it's like to create the balance between the top part and the bottom part of the heart by the looks of it. But there is the fear of letting go. Now, the heart has to do with emotions, but it also has to do with the connection to the greater power, whatever you call it. It is the knowing that you are loved beyond measure. Because the 19 says you are moving into a whole new, this is the second person with 19. Actually, the third one, because Marie has it too. And I haven't got to the new people down under the list yet. 19 is rebirth in a way, is the completion of a rebirth. And in the tarot, 13 is the death symbol, show the beginning. 19 is the rebirth because you've only got 20, 21, 22 after that. So it's like there is this rebirth. And that's what I feel here is that to let go of the fear and the worry. Begin working with that power that I talk about, however you see it. Some people see it as a light. Some people see it as a color. I work with gold a lot in the work I do. Some people like lavender. Some people like violet. Some people like teal or turquoise. Find the color that gives you pleasure. Put it around you. Wear it. Put a swoosh on the wall or something. Take away the fear. Take away the, oh, I've got this. Yes, you've got a problem. It's solvable. And it will be resolved and give you a new lease on life. But you're going to have to let go of what you're afraid of. I give thanks. I'm going to go into treatment now. I give thanks in knowing that Natalie is willing and able to search out and look for that love that is in the universe to aid and help transition, growth, progress, so that she can progress into this wonderful new life that is waiting for her. I give thanks in knowing that by the end of February, the surgery will be successful and freedom, but you're in preparation mode, and that's what needs to be happening in getting the head and the heart in alignment with love for yourself based on all of that beautiful wonderfulness. I give thanks and as I release this thought, knowing it is true and it is done and it is aware. And before we get too much further down, I just want to make sure there's Marie's one, which is next. Okay, hang on. Kayla says, sending much love and blessings on this beautiful wolf moon. Right, we got that. I'm just going to write down because it's easier than trying to losing you. Karen Lee is happy full moon. Isn't that funny? I don't see the moons where I am, but that's a missing thing. I'd love a treatment for my, Zachary. We'll call him Zach, eh? For continued progress, 5, 17, and 21. Continued progress. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I had a mind that could remember everything these days and I didn't have to write them all down? Maggie G. Hello. Or another one, I'm thinking of being able to drive to the area. Good evening, Norma. My numbers tonight, hang on, I've got my hand over. 7, 9, and 20, and sleep. God, you monkey. Yeah, I have a monkey mind, so I understand it because that's my sign. Kayla says, thank you, and love, math. Haven't seen you for a while in this, I don't think. Hello, I'm glad I made it. Yes, me too. Finally, healing for blockages like blocked chakras, perhaps they are preventing me from having spiritual experiences. The numbers are 2, 18 and 7. Unblock. Okay, I can manage that. Okay, and now we're up to Karen Marcus. Okay, Karen, you'll be at the end of this next thing. So, Marie, my dear friend, did we have a whole thing of what you wanted? Wishing. No, you're just going to giving me the numbers. So that means you want me to figure it out. Okay. 7, 12, and 19. What I see here is change and an acceptance of change. There are times when we have to let go, not only of philosophies, people, places, circumstances. It's like letting go and accepting the next great adventure. That's what I see happening here. Sometimes we get, especially as we're a lot of my friends that thankfully support me, we're all getting older. So our habits are to be this way, but we're getting older. We're getting more experienced, yes, but also more stuck. And what I see here is the recognition of letting go. It's okay to let go. Let go. Whoops. What am I knocking off? Oh, my TV thing. It's letting go. Sometimes people. Sometimes, sometimes we spend a lot of time with a person, then it's a letting go. Sometimes it's just letting go of ideas, of beliefs, attitudes, judgments, all of those things. It's like we start off fresh and we accept we're a little bit in no man's land because we're going to be going into newness. And sometimes newness is a little frightening because we don't know where it's going to end up. It's like my glasses that still don't sit right on my nose. So it's like what we see here, Marie, is absolutely recognition, which we've started a few weeks ago about change. I just see acceptance of the change and the acceptance of letting go of things that no longer fit. So when you're looking at your life, what's fitting and what isn't? And I'm going to do a treatment on that. I know that one power and the one essence, and as I speak my word for Marie, I always say it wrong. Marie is how I say it because that's how it's easy for me. I don't speak French very well at all. But what I see here is the knowingness that there is a time and a place for everything. And there's a time to let go of beliefs, attitudes, judgments, people, places, and acceptance of that so that there is movement into the new with love and light and a welcoming on. It's like crossing a bridge. It's like welcoming on the other side, being welcomed, because you always bring the light anyway, but it's like bringing the light into the newness that I see is being open to you. But the first step is letting go. I give thanks in the knowing that you have strength, you have power, you have love, you have understanding, and your light is strong. And that it is the awareness that it's okay not only to let go, but to move forward into the unknown. It's like those old bridges that they have, you put your foot on and you go up and then you come down and you don't know really where you're going, but you're going. You're not looking back. This is done. You are here. I'm putting a cross all through that. You are at one place, one time, one beingness, and I give thanks for that because I know how important you are and I know what light you bring to the darkest places that are around you. And so I give thanks as I release this, knowing that it is true and it's done. And so it is. Amen. Karen Lee for Zachary. Oh, good. That you write down, continued progress warms my heart. So what we have here, 5, 17, and 21 is really still needs more knowledge and awareness, but there's more balance. That 17 and 21 has balance in them. And is by having the balance of awareness, the balance of who he is and where he's going and what he's doing. I got tears in my eyes because I know what he's gone through. Oh boy, I don't usually cry in this. Anyway, my heart, you can't see, but I'm touching my heart because there's knowledge here. He's getting knowledge. It's like he's waking up. It reminds me, when we crack an egg and a little bit of the white comes through before the yolk, it's like he's getting that. He's getting that. So he's getting continued awareness and he's balancing himself. He's beginning to balance his life. He's balancing himself. He's balancing the essence of who he is. Oh, it warms my heart and brings tears to my eyes. Okay, treatment. I know there is one power and one essence, and I speak my word for Zachary. As I speak my word for Zachary, I know the strength, the power, and the understanding that he requires and he knows is there for him. And it's like air, is to breathe it in and allow it to resonate with his cells and his body. That he is at one with all that there is, and that he progresses into, and I'm going to get a bit flowery, into the celebration of the whole essence of life. When one touches into the love force of any type, even if it's a toenail in, it changes you forever. And here we have balance. There's an awareness of how much he has. I don't feel a lot's going out yet, but I'm feeling awareness is growing with every breath that he takes. And I totally give thanks for this, that he has, that he has this balance, this understanding, so that he can be who he is, truly be who he is. I give thanks for this. And may he go in that centered progress, slow and easy, so it's assimilated. Always needs to assimilate this new knowledge, this new awareness, because if we go too fast, we get overwhelmed. And we want to just go step by step by step. And he's got a great mom to help him with that. So Karen Lee, just be, listen, make sure he's centered. But I like what I see here today. I like it. Yep. No confusion. Everything is going in the same direction. I give thanks for that. Man, do I ever give thanks for that. Okay. Maggie G. 7, 9, 20, and we need more sleep. Gosh, sleep seems prevalent. Well, full moons and everything else, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't get to see the night sky really very well where I am. In the summertime, I go out and look at it because it's warm outside. I don't like the cold. That's my preference. 7, turning big. 7 is always leaving the old. Whether it be philosophy, whether it be a physical place, whether it would be worries, whether it would be people. It doesn't matter. We're leaving the old behind. And the 9 says the answer is within you. You know your own answer. And 20 says, accept. Accept there is a power that loves you, that supports you, wants you to be all that you can be. So basically, this is habits. We fall into habits. I know sometimes, my mind's clear. I go to bed, lay on my pillow, and my mind's going at 100 miles an hour. Now, I have a few tricks to have that turn off. But some nights it doesn't want to. It just wants to do its thing. But what I see here is that you're needing to leave behind any concerns that you have, whether they're about you, people, circumstances, the world. There's a lot of that going on again right now. Just let it go and just know that you know your own answers and you can accept them fully. You can accept them fully. Look for the divine guidance inside your heart. Look for your divine guidance. What is your steps? Where are you heading? Where are you going? And knowing that everything is given to you. I really think, listen to yourself. You have your answers. Don't listen to other people, maybe even me. But know that you are in transition also. And we've talked about moving before too. So I think that has a large part to do. When you're moving and you're changing and you're not sure where you're going to be, it's like keep your goals. Look at my finger. Keep your goals like that. That's my goal. We don't know always how we reach our goals. I've had miracles happen because of that. I know what I wanted, didn't know how to get there, and all of a sudden there it was. So it's like trusting that power, that essence of being and moving through. Now, we're gonna do the prayer, mental mind treatment, more or less on sleep, but I'm telling you how to get there. But I have to quieten that down. So I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that Maggie G knows that too as well, and that she can accept that everything is in its right place and will expose itself when it needs to be exposed so that she can deal with it, but she doesn't have to deal with it while she's sleeping. She can allow herself relax into the light. And again, you can use color for this. Color your room in your mind, through your mind. You get it all through you. Whatever your color you want to relax you and maybe enlighten you, that's what you can use and do. For I know it's to get that mind stopped. Because once the mind starts, the emotions start. And that's why we don't sleep. Because we got to solve the problem. So I know, as I speak my word for Maggie G, that, and I've talked a lot about color tonight. So again, whatever color you want to bathe yourself in your mind, you want to maybe put all the worries or the concerns or the what ifs and maybes and perhaps in a box outside the bedroom door or wherever you want it. Maybe outside in the hallway. I don't know. Wherever you want to put it. Go away over there. And you can pick it up in the morning. But when you're going to sleep, think of the color that relaxes you the most and allow yourself to drift into that and be at one with it all. And I'm going to release this thought knowing it's true and it's done by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, hang on. I just want to make sure because I should have maths. I love math 7 here. So I can say, Mr. 07. Yours isn't visible to me, Karen Merkus. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Karen, we missed you. She's got it further down. Thank you, Mr. Maths 07. Appreciate that because otherwise I would have had to say. Yeah, Marion also says no numbers here. You've had that a couple of times now. So, okay, now we're back to Karen B here. Many thanks, Norma, from Connie and her daughter, Natalie, and me. Great. You're very, very welcome. Karen Merkus. Apparently mine isn't showing. Okay. Hang on. I've got to turn my page over. Karen. 17, 12, 4. Okay. So from this, your knowledge and your awareness shows up in the number 17, that you have a great understanding how to balance things and how to ease what you want from the inside to the outside. But I think you're dealing with a different level of acceptance because that 12 is about accepting things as they are that you can't change. And that's driving you into the 4, which you can become a little cynical or a little unsure. Cynicism is not uncommon with the 4. I want to go back to your 17 and work with that totally. I just have to say, Karen sends me the most beautiful photographs that she takes from her apartment of the skyline, whether it's the sun coming up or the moon up or whatever, just beautiful. I want you to remember that. That's a reflection of the essence of you. So you don't have to get concerned when it doesn't appear that what you want to create or what you want to do or how it is. You've got to know that where you are right now is where you are and it's working. But I'm going to add one thing. Are you putting your order in? The universe, everyone thinks God knows what you want. How does God know what you want? Is through your thoughts and your feelings. The thoughts that you have that you put strong emotion behind, he gets cracked I said a he, it gets quicker. And sometimes the thought, that all the feelings you put behind the thoughts are not the things that you really, really want. We tend to think that the universe knows, and it knows by how you think. What are you putting out? What are you giving thanks for? If you listen to the Saturday Sunday thought, and I talked a little bit about it again on Sunday. If you give gratitude, if you give thanks for what it is, I give thanks for what I want, whatever that may be, the universe hears because you're giving gratitude. And what I said then, if you haven't listened, and if you don't want to go and listen, we like it when someone says thank you to us, do we not? We like to feel that someone heard, someone's whatever is understood. So does God. So does that love force I talk about. But those forces that are there to help you have to know what you want. And the more energy you put behind it when you let it go, but then you don't hang on to it. See, what a lot of people do, they worry it to death because they put it out there and they think about it and think about it and think about it. No, the universe knows now what you want because you've given it with force. Now it will take its time to organize your life to bring it back. And that's how come when I say I've had miracles happen, it's because that's how it's happened. Sometimes I just had a fleeting thought about something and let it go on. A short while later, it appears in my life. Sometimes I mess up, but that's human nature. What I see here, Karen, is that you're needing to let go the worry and just be and allow the universe to bring to you exactly what you want because it knows. And I can't remember if I did a treatment on that or not. So I'm just going to say, I know that Karen knows exactly what it is she really wants inside of herself. And she gives out that little thought and just lets it go, whether you use color, whether you use energy, doesn't matter. And then trust, but give a big thank you for it, even though it's not here yet. Okay. Love you. And I love your pictures. Always do, Karen. Okay, we're just feeling where I am. Judith's Healing said, thank you. Karen Lee says, thank you. I'm a true treasure. Sorry, I just laughed at that. Chris Turner, hi guys. Hit the like button for it to spread with love. Yeah, please like, thumbs up, you said, or whatever. Yeah, the more you let me know, the world know that I'm here, I appreciate, because I haven't got it all together yet. The person that helps me a lot over the years, we're talking about doing some stuff that will make it bigger or better, but I don't know. I'm doing what I love, and so it's up to him. Matthew 07 says, yes, he always does. Maggie G says, thank you. Right on as usual. I'm glad to hear that. I would not to be on. Lisa Marie, what have we got for you, my dear? Happy New Year. Yeah. You've missed me. I've been around. I hope you are so well. I am doing better, and better. Yeah. And big scan on Wednesday. So I will, which I can't do Norma talks, but I'll know more after that, what's going on. Another treatment on whatever comes up for numbers 3, 6, and 9. Okay. I talked a lot about love in this today. Love is a feeling of absolute encompassing love. We talk about love a lot in our society, and most people haven't got a clue what on earth it is. It is the knowing. It is the knowing of being. It is the knowing and the recognition. And I've talked about in some of the talks I've done is when I touched into the love energy. Actually, I was taking this course and one person touched into it one weekend. These were weekend courses, and I cried all the way home because I wanted it. And the next weekend, I touched into it, but I knew I was different from my friend. My friend went up into it. I knew I had to bring it inside. And I spent time bringing that in, and I spend time bringing that in. And but I get in my head, and but I know it's around, and I know I can bring it in. And that's what a lot of people forget. So what have I got here? This is, Lisa Marie, right. So what we see here is for you to recognize that you are loved beyond measure. And I think that's the hardest thing for all of us, because we feel guilty because we did this, or we feel that somehow resentful for somebody else. All of those, I'm going to say negative feelings, because they don't really contribute to the heart of who we are. But it's like loving, knowing that you are loved. If you had one parent that loves you, the child is different. One parent. And even if it's one other person, it could be an aunt, it could be a friend, that the child feels loved. When you know this energy loves you beyond measure, then what can happen is you can leave behind all the confusion, worry, and despair, and you can start working with yourself to get you where you want to be. You're the driver of your life. Some people will tell you you're not, but that's not true. We've talked about it tonight. If you didn't catch some of the early stuff, you might want to re-listen. When your thoughts are your questions out to where you're heading, it's like where they go, what you want to do, how you want to be there, how you want to go. I just feel here, Lisa Marie, not only do you love yourself, you've got to allow the universe to love you. You've got to let go any guilt, any regret, any bad thoughts. I put that word in there because it's the best thing to explain. You have of others. And you move into gratitude and giving thanks. For years, I would go to bed every night, and I used to say, raise my thoughts up and give thanks for whatever went well during the day. And I was running businesses and kids and husband and all sorts of other things. And I would just sit there and give thanks and give gratitude, because I know that if I can acknowledge that force out there of all the good, there's more good coming, more good coming. And it's good for me to say this right now, because I've also get lazy and don't always do what I know I need to do. And I want to thank you guys, because you help me come back into alignment and come back into an awareness of what specifically I need to do. Anyway, Lisa Marie, let me do your treatment. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that Lisa Marie is like everybody else. It is available for you to reach out and bring the love. It can be a color. It could be, but it's like you want to get to the feeling of being loved totally, of knowing you're precious, knowing that you're everything there, and that you can allow the great to happen in your life. You can allow it. That's the big key. A lot of people don't allow it because they feel guilty. Why should you have it and not somebody else? No, you can have it. There's enough for everybody to allow it in. And my dear Lisa Marie, just relax and let go. And remember, you are the key. The answer lies within you. It's your thoughts. It's your feelings. Just listen. And if they're not what you want, remember, everybody, I don't think I've said this here. If you have a thought that you don't want to have, if you have a feeling in particular you don't want to have, you take it, you freeze it, you evaporate it all, and then you replace it with what you want. The universe abhors a vacuum. So you create a vacuum of what you don't want, and you got to give the thought though, that what you want, so it can bring it. Little things that often help you achieve. Little things. Anyway, I wish you well on this. I give you blessings. I give you love. I give you the essence. You have to do the work. Okay, Karen says, as always, dead on. And Matt07 says, do it Tuesday, Wednesday talk. Oh, I could maybe do that tomorrow. I'm trying to think of my schedule. I might have time. I'll check it. I'll do it. So you might see it. Anyway, we'll see. I sent out a note that I wasn't doing one because it's a little bit tense. What I have to do to get ready to go up for this big scan. So tomorrow is and I got to go get my wound tended. Still busy day. Anyway, you forgot me. Where were you? Okay. Did hang on. I never forget you. I didn't think. There you are there. I don't see you. Does anybody else see Matt's 07's what he asked for? I think, again, you're going to have to write it in. Here we are. Hi, Norma. Oh, here you are. Yes, I did. And I really worked hard not to. And I'm glad you reminded me. Okay. Maths 07. Isn't that funny? I'm glad I made it. Finally, healing for blockages like block. Oh, right. I did read that. How come I didn't write it down? Did I miss that back here? No, I did. I missed you. I'm sorry. I've got it written down too. Oh, well. So what do we got? 2, 18, and 7. 18 is the issue. 2 can be an issue too. All right, let's see what we say here. For block chakras, finally healing for blockages, releasing blockages. That's what's got to happen there. Okay. Okay, Matthew 7. We got some speciality here. Let's look at these numbers of yours. Number 2 is the need of decision, having to make a decision, proceed forward or not. 18 is emotional, out of whack, too emotional over things. And 7 says we got to leave all that behind and start anew. That's the short version. The big version is basically take a look at your life and what's working and what isn't. Take a look at what you're fearful of. Sometimes something we want, sometimes we're actually frightened of it and we run the other way, even though we don't know them. Because what we've got here is tremendous amount of letting go. That number 7 basically says we let all that stuff go and proceed ahead. So to release the blockages, I think you got to change your habits. I think you have to look at things from a different perspective. You've got to make a decision to maybe go, and this may sound funny, to go deeper, like I've been saying tonight about how to ask and create what exactly you're wanting so that you put the thought out there. But it's not just the thought, it's you got to decide to be a certain way. When you look at your life, do a what do you call that? Take a look at all the different aspects of your life and ask yourself flat out, is this working for me? Am I acquiring what I want? Am I getting where I want? Is this being what you want? I want me being you. And I think what you'll find, to me with these numbers, no, it's not. But now you have to figure out, what do you want? If you don't like how I used to work myself years ago, was like, if I didn't like A, I must like B. Then I'd look at B. I don't really like B, so I must like C. And sometimes I would work through things to get a sort of more like of an absolute of what I was looking for or wanting, and not putting strings. The universe doesn't work too well with strings. They give you a broad idea of what you want and it will deliver it to you. The trouble is you might not like it because you tend to be pretty much, this is how it's supposed to be. So this is about you learning how to let go of the old, let go of the emotionality, let go and make the commitment. The decision comes first, then the commitment comes second. That's number 11. So let's do a treatment on this. It's really interesting that I had written it down and everything and I still missed it. I find that interesting. Okay, I know there is one power and one essence. I also know that Love's Math 07 wants to release the blockages that are stopping him from progressing. And I also know that in order to do that, he needs to make different decisions and release the emotional things he's tied to. Sometimes we don't recognize those. Sometimes we don't recognize where we're tied up. We think it's normal or natural. Nothing is normal or natural. We create it as such. And think about how you want to live without all these blockages. How do you want to be? So it's not a matter of struggling with the blockages. It's a matter of accepting them and releasing them, letting them go. And knowing that the love force will be there to support you in your new endeavor of being you. And not being frightened and not being concerned that you're doing it right. There is no right. It's whether it works or not works. What I say to you here in these times is because things that have worked for me doesn't mean they're going to work for you. There may be something different. I talk a lot about using color that you like. Smell can work as well. I don't have a good sniffer, so that hasn't been really big on mine, but it works for a lot of people. Sound. Just a second. I got a little bowl here. Send away what you want. Burn incense. Write out what you don't want. Put it in a place and burn it with incense. There's loads of little tools that you can use to change a vibration. Most of mine I did because I was really busy in my life. Was done mentally. Realize, no, I don't want that. Freeze, evaporate, replace into the essence of being. And allowing the love to come in and watching the miracles to happen sometimes, some little small ones and some really big ones. Because what else have we got? We can't depend on the universe to love us and bring us what we want. So I'm at 07. Make a different decision. Don't worry about your blockages. Decide who you want to be, how you want to be, and where you want to go, and allow yourself to get there. Well, let's see. Hang on. Who did I forget? Marion, you got yes, 2, 18, and 7. What news was that? Do you not have one? No. Oh, I guess you want one too. I thought I had one for you in the beginning. Maybe I didn't. Nope. Okay. Let's keep going. Marion's got 2, 18, and 7. Oh, or that's what's the name's numbers. Yeah, you're right. Okay, good. You got that. Then Karen says, so you got the girls looking after you. Lisa Marie says, thank you very much. I reasoned with that and really, really needed to hear that, Norma. Thank you, darling. Sending you so much love and healing. Thanks. That hit deep, profound. Thank you. That's my job. Spot on. That was, I don't know what that says. No, I was only, you're right, Marion. You're my right-hand man there. You keep me on track. Oh, and I love 7 is the last one. Anyway, people, I have to go, and that's a long one. We did well tonight. Thank you. I do enjoy these sessions, and thank you for all the thumbs up. That helps me. And I hope that in a very short time, we will get some of these other things done so the shows go out in a little more professional, maybe. I don't know. My friend who takes care of that, he's the one I count on for that. So I just want to show up and talk. People who know me know I can talk a lot, which you know because that's all I do for nearly an hour here with one thing or another. I will not be here Wednesday, and I will not be here tomorrow morning because I realized without looking at my schedule, I have to be at places tomorrow and do things tomorrow. You know, I've still got a hole in my arm, right? So that's going to be a long journey. And getting ready for Wednesday, I've got to drink a lot of water. And so there's all sorts of things. So Wish you well. I will stop talking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for people that you encourage people to subscribe. Because I know most of your subscribers. Just thank you. And I'm going to read you this again from the Peace Program. I certainly am a happy person. How could one know God and not be joyous? And remember, God is just the name for whatever you want to call that love force. Your blessings. And I will be here Sunday morning. Bye now.